Welcome, folks. Good morning. This is Will, KMAC Vintage, coming to you with another stream this morning. Today's Tuesday, October 29th. A couple more days left of this month, and then we start November. Oh boy, the crazy time of the year. Um, I feel bad for what's coming up soon on actually November 5th. Oh my God. Anyway, let that be drama for some others. It's 9:46 a.m. for me here, so it's 10:46 Eastern. So 7:46 Pacific time, and the rest of the world, yeah, well, figure out your time. Um, where we left off yesterday, I was working on this SE30 that when I powered it up, it would not boot up, and it's still here on my bench. So let's take a look at that. I mean, here it is sitting here. Let me bring this camera down some. Yes, I'll have to fix focus. We'll do that. I'll go the other way. I'm trying to. I guess it looks okay. I mean, can we read this? Yeah. Yep, we can read it. It's good. All right. Okay. So when I turned it on, I wasn't getting anything from the blink RAM. It wasn't blinking, and that's telling me that something was not coming up. So so my decision. I gotta have some more coffee. What a day. I do gotta go later on in town. Get some get some padded mailing envelopes and um, package and things because I did get my parts. I did get all of my cargo yesterday. There's still two pieces with customs, but that's fine because those just arrived a couple days ago. But I got the ones that I really needed. So if we look at this board here, computer compulsive. Good morning. I'm thinking it is Keith. So good morning. How are you? And um, I still don't think that focus is actually too good. Keith, how is the focus? I mean, you can see the board pretty good. I know it's kind of far away, but good to have someone that can tell me good just working remote. Oh, you're working from home today. All right. Yeah, that actually remote work thing is actually nice. Speaking of that, I gotta answer someone's email. Uh, Someone wants me to call. Wants to call. Anyway, yes, focus is good. Okay, thank you, appreciate that. So one of the things that I mean, after I reload the board, yes, I know it's got flux still all over the board, but I clean that later. Plus, I don't mind leaving the flux because if there's a mistake somewhere, I have some residue flux around that I can use again, and it will solve a lot of my problems. So I'm not one that will clean after every single bit of flux that I put on, and that that theory of mine came in helpful because I mean I already found out what the problem on this board was. Okay, so right now I just want to discuss it and show you all what it was. And so basically, what I do after an issue like that is I first go and make sure all of the all the chips that are in sockets are in good. Okay, and that may mean taking them back out, checking if any legs are bent, and then putting it back in. Um, 4 people watching, thank you. And only one is saying hello. Well, typical. But I do hope that the others will come in and say hi. It will be enjoyable to know who's all here. And so anyway, after I do that and the dips are all okay, then I go check all of my solder work. Okay, so I basically hang it I basically hang it off the table and I take a look. I'll take a look at my solder work on each SGPLCC chip and determine then if there's anything wrong. So I started with checking with the glue, and at first I was assuming that it might be this chip here that was my problem. This here controls a lot with the memory, and if the memory is not working good, it's not going to load that portion into ROM. Well, from ROM into RAM, and it's not going to come up. But this was fine. I never changed it. So I checked all my soldering work. I checked here, all back here, and so forth, and then I came up to the FPU, and that's where my problem was. Okay. Over here, let me see if I can get a good view for you. Uh, right here, I had a solder bridge right here between these two pins. All right, I had one solder bridge right there, and everything else was fine. All right. So then I removed that solder bridge. I came back here. I plugged my wonderful SE30 compact card that everyone needs one, especially if you're working on a bench like what I am here. Um, this just drops in. Oh, right now I have other things connected to it, but it is basically I have it backwards. It drops in the other way, and it gives you everything you need. So, but for a bench tool, this is amazing because I can have this sitting off to the side. I get my power. I use a normal ATX extension cable. I plug this in. It's one card, one simple thing, and I have my little screen right here. When I turn on power, my memory is blinking. Look at that. Our amazing blink RAM that can tell you a whole story without even needing audio or anything else, and you can see right away what's happening with your machine. And we have cursor. Now the blink RAM comes in the 4 and 16 megabyte versions. 16 megabyte is our newest addition to the store. And we get the disk question mark. Okay, so if I was to now, let's get a blue SCSI. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna connect this. Turn it back on again. Blue SCSI is powering up. Oh yes, Keith, that adapter saves you a lot of desk space. I mean, it's such a small little thing, and look at what I'm using. I'm using a very small little HDMI screen that I got from another kit. I bought the kit for me to get the Pi from it, and it had the screen and this nice battery pack. Oh, I'm using I'm using a 32-bit modified system 755, so that's not going to power up like actually that unless I change the ROM. So let's take out the stock ROM and we put in a ROM that's is hack modified ROM. And now this will, yeah. So and look, I use this small little thing on my desk with a battery pack. I mean, can't get simpler. I'm gonna make a case. I'm gonna design a case that you can put this card in it, and it has a switch on it, and then you just plug right into it with your extension cable. And it's gonna be a very small little case, and it will have like something like this of the screen built in. And there we go. We are booting up. Yippee. Yeah, there it is. The reason why I wouldn't boot up with the original ROM, because the original ROM is not 32 clean. Okay, so now the things should start popping up down here. I don't have that much RAM in this, so that's why too it's taking a bit longer. Keith, some of the things that you could really use, and I don't know if you have. Do you already have the SE macrometer? This is also handy, very handy. Um, you don't really need the one with the DIN because you can just plug it. I mean, you're on a bench. You don't have a big case in front of you and need to bring this to the front. Um, then there is the compact card. And we have a compact card for the Classic and Classic 2 coming out also. Okay, so you already have a meter. And some of the Blink RAM is really worth it. I mean, even if it's just 4 pieces. Um, I just got the parts in for me to make more of these compact cards, and that's one of the things I want to start making today sometime. So I will have them. Okay, and there we are. We're in the OS. So this machine is working. Very nicely done. Very simple little fix. It was just one bridge. And everything is good now. So now, how is Blink Ram is on the list too, but I have to get some sales going. All right. Well, Keith, you if you buy one of the compact cards, I'll send some RAM with it, and you deal with that later. Um, you promised the wife to make some sales. True. I mean, that's the thing. You want to get some things out of the door too. Okay, so um, now that I know that everything else on here is pretty good, uh, yeah, I'll just throw in the RAM now, and I mean, as you make some sales in that, you can always make a donation to the channel. Um, I'm not I'm not I'm not critical for the payment right now and instantly. So if I have to ship you one of these already, then I'll just throw in the RAM and it goes with it. Since I have some of the RAM now, and I need to make more. I need to make quite a bit more because they are selling. I mean, these things are selling off so fast. Now that I know that everything works, I have to finish adding on some things like the rest of the RAM, everything back here. These two I already have. Um, I don't like these nine. Well, I'm gonna have to use rivets. Yeah, I have these two that I can put back here. All right, I need to take one off of another one for the, or do I have another one sitting here? No, I need to clean this bench up a little bit. I do have these already here, so that goes there. This goes here. All right. I need to take the network packs off, and I need to take out that CPU because that CPU, this is my CPU. Yeah, I'm happy the sales are going well too. It's nice. I mean, it's some very simple, very good products. So, um, and they sell themselves. I mean, that's the nice thing of it. I mean, they're very simple. Some of them are very simple things like the two SI and the LC power supply. A lot of the things are made by others. Like the actually 16 meg RAM is not our design. It's an open source sim that we're using and have permission to actually use. Um, and then I use that, but I still gotta get the boards made, get them built with all the parts on it and the chips, and then have them available. FujiNet is an amazing product. It's definitely something worthwhile if you have an Apple II. If you're into the Apple IIs, GS and 2C, a FujiNet is going to open a lot of doors for you. So definitely something very, very much worth it. Um, we are looking to once the Commodore version comes out and the Macintosh version, we will have those also. Because I do have a bunch of Commodores and I like to start using them because I don't have much software for them. But um, that was my machine growing up. I mean, I started off with a VIC 20, and from there went to a 64, and then to a 128. It's a shame I never went to actually Amiga because I went to actually PC side then. So anyway, um, let's finish doing some of the stuff. But before that, let's start taking some things off of the other board that I need. Um, I do need one of these right now. I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take off these two because they're the ones that do not require actually rivets. So I will take off the DB19 and the DB25 and use them instead of these two. And take off the CPU and then these three chips. So let's go to the wonderful scope and see what we do. Retro Macintosh, hey there, Jack. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Um, Yeah, I wish I went to the Amiga, but I thought so many times about buying an Amiga, but then I was like, am I gonna do anything with it? Am I gonna use it? It's just gonna sit here, okay? And what I have instead is the actually Mystic, although that is sitting on the shelf too. I mean, I haven't even configured that. I do have it, which with that I can run everything for actually Amiga, and I can get some very good Amiga images and that. But it's just where am I going to find the time? I mean, I enjoy more doing this type of board work, repair, and that stuff, and putting it out there for actually y'all. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the actually soldering. I love to see how the solder flows and taking an empty board and actually building it up. You'll have to show off your wall of Commodore next stream. Keith, what do you use all for your cameras and all that? I mean, um, the the software Droid Cam is very good for on an iPhone and with actually OBS. Crazy warm morning here in Chicago, 71 degrees going up to 80. Well, we are already at 85 here, so weather services issue fire warnings for y'all. Wow. Um, yeah, I just now started getting into actually Droid Cam, and I have it on my iPhone, and I'm gonna try to buy some actually cheap older iPhones. Um, um, Here actually locally. I never look to see what the minimum requirement on the iPhone is for the camera and the software to work. So then I know what version I gotta buy. But I have pretty good cameras. I mean, it's I do have it on this phone already on my phone here. But I mean, I have one, two, three, four cameras, five cameras already. I don't know if I'm gonna need more than that. But yeah, what is nice with the Droid Cam is that then you can like I can walk to somewhere else with it and show you something. That's the main reason why I got it. Um, and that's the main reason why I paid the actually $50 for me to. for me to actually make it work. Good morning,
Hello.
Mark. How are you? Well, afternoon for you, morning for me.
Yeah, I just thought I'd come and test my camera.
Yeah, it's working. I like that new studio setup. It looks great.
Oh no, this is not the studio. That's still being done. This is downstairs at the moment.
Oh, okay. No, because I see something like some padding on the wall there, and um,
Yeah, they're like the 3D soundproofing panels.
yeah, kind of nice, and a shelf full of your power PCs.
Yeah, that's just one of them. There's
Uh,
more.
Okay. Well, I'm here working on this SE. I found the problem. I don't know if you saw that.
Uh, Not sure.
No, well, you remember the one I was working on last night? This one.
Yes.
I found the problem why it wasn't coming up. I on the FPU on these two pins way over here in the corner. I had a bridge.
Uh, that'll do it.
Yep. Once I took off that bridge, it powers up fine. So it's working very nicely. So I'm happy with that. Now to continue taking off some stuff off of this other board, and then I can try to wrap this up and start building something else. So, but beyond that, it's been a good morning. Had a very good sleep last night. We had a lot of rain last night, which was very nice.
Hmm.
So because they're saying we're gonna have like a little tropical thing somewhere developing south of us, but I'm not really. I don't see it. I don't see it on the on the maps out there yet. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So now I'm just taking off some of these things here that I need. One of these DB ADB connectors.
They have just launched the new Mac Mini.
Ah,
Oh my
I
God,
haven't
it's
looked.
tiny.
Oh wow, I haven't looked at any of that stuff.
It's really small.
Wow. Yeah, but what sort of cost?
I haven't got to that bit yet. It's got Thunderbolt 5. Yeah, so it looks a bit like the Mac Studio, but just a very tiny.
But
Um,
is it somewhat flat or is it taller?
it's taller, so it's a little bit taller than the Apple TV.
Okay,
Uh, Price starts at $599 US.
that's not bad.
They've reduced it, so for that you get 10 core CPU and GPU, 16 gig of unified memory, so they've upped it from the 8 to the 16, which is good. And a 256 gig SSD storage, 16 core Neuro engine, two front USB-C ports, headphone jack, three Thunderbolt 4 ports, not five, HDMI port, gigabit port. Yes, yes, good.
Yeah, but
You get
that's a what, a M3 or M4?
7.4.
Wow.
So if you want Thunderbolt 5, you have to go for the 12 core model,
Uh huh.
which is at 1399.
Nah,
But some really good pricing actually.
that basic one is more than enough for a
Yeah,
lot of things I do.
I mean, I use the M2 Pro Mac Mini and I love it. And I think, I mean, I don't see the point of upgrading to the M4 unless,
Yeah, I mean, I have a MacBook Pro laptop that's the M2 M2 Pro,
yeah,
and I have no need to change now for a long time. I have I have one of the original iMacs, all in one when the actually M1 came out. So I have one of those sitting on the desk actually right here behind me, but I barely use it. I do more on my laptop. The only thing I may do with like a Mac Mini, like actually that, is actually replace my bench machine here with it, um, and use it for actually streaming and that also. But then again, that
Yeah.
might be an overkill. Oh, that might be an overkill of a machine. But for the price, it's not bad because I don't
Yeah.
store much. I don't store much on my actually streaming machine. And I have an old Windows 10 machine here that I use for all of my streaming.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I have a lot of USB going into it.
I may just upgrade just because I want the new case. That's where the appeal will be, you see. Everyone will want the new look.
Man, I'm still on an actually iPhone 12. Okay.
Yeah,
Or is
me.
mine? No, sorry, mine is a 13. 13, sorry.
Oh, yeah, 12 Pro Max, me.
Okay, and I have no intention to actually upgrade yet. Since I'm not working anymore, I don't need all the bells and whistles. Anything new in the chat?
Oh, I haven't got it open, sorry.
Good day, everyone. Alex, hi there. How are you? Just came across this channel. Well, thank you for coming across the channel. Appreciate it. You can see what we do here. A lot of Macintosh repairs. One of the few and only channels that's still out there that actually does repairs and rebuilds and shoot it all on actually video. A few of us left.
Oh, I don't know. There is quite a few. I mean, not all Mac-based streams, but there are
Yeah,
quite a few repair streams still.
for the Macs that do this, I mean, there's not many out there that show all this anymore. I mean, Keith from Compulsives, it's just now starting that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he's a new one, and he's up in Canada, and does some nice work. Takes his time, and he's doing an SE30 reloaded now also, and he's been shooting that. Done some other ones and that and been very good. Bruce does them. Steve actually does them, but Steve is so busy with other things in life.
Yeah.
But I don't know of many others that do Macintosh stuff to the level that I show here.
I'm not sure.
I've had a lot of feedback from that poll that I'm doing about the two SECI. A lot of people says yes. I mean, they don't show it on the. I mean, they send me a message and say yes. I would love to get a board. So I may go ahead and order 10.
Yeah.
I have one person that has like 5 2CI boards in different states of condition, and he said that he'll send me all those boards, donate them all, and as long as I can reload one and send to him. So I'm okay with that because those boards have a lot of good chips on them.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good donor chips. And Alex, Alex, you are welcome to actually sub and come and visit more often, and also get the word out there of what I do.
Bear with me a second.
I was away for a minute. Did you mention Tech Knight? No, no, I didn't. I don't. I didn't mention him at all. Um, I think I need to sub to his channel. Tech Knight is a brilliant person. I mean, he really does some amazing things out there. But I honestly, I need to sub to his channel and take a look. I've done some channel cleanups recently, so remove some that have not produced anything in a while, and I don't know if they're ever going to produce anything again. So Keith, you see, you can very easily with hot air, because this is a donor board and really doesn't matter what happens to the board. Um, you can use a lot of hot air on this to get these things out with an actually solder sucker. Okay, now that I have them up, I'll get my tool like this and I'll heat it up again, and now I can pry it out. Okay, that one is out. Okay, that one is out. So I got my two DB19 connectors that I need. Okay, now I need those resistor packs, and I need to see where they are. Okay, one is right here. All right, one is right here. Okay, and it's got these ferrite beads right in the middle of it. The metal bar is a bit, yeah, I did the same to harvest some parts for my reloaded board. Just need to clean up there before I put them on. The metal bar, yeah, but you just gotta keep a lot of heat on it and just move on and do it the same way here with actually hot air and a sucker. Um, it's a bit time. It takes a bit longer, but the thing is that it's a metal bar, and as you get it hot, it will retain that heat. So as you move along, it works very well. I'm doing these resistor networks this way because I had a chip crack on me a while back by doing it my other method. So I try to get some of the solder out first. I'm not worried about these ferrite beads coming undone. So I got my cargo last night. The guy, one of the workers there, brought it over for me. Now The other two are over here. Right there in the middle is one of them. And the thing by taking them off this way is that you're not wasting flux, and you're not wasting wick. You're using a $3 solder pump. Okay, then we move on to the next. After this is the CPU. This chip is so loose and it already wants to actually drop out. All right, so now that I have all three of them somewhat unsoldered. Benjamin, morning. How are you today? I'm gonna switch cams here and try to bring this. Okay, yeah, you can still see. All right, now that now I'll come to this side and put on some heat and pop them out because majority of the solder is already out. These are those chips that are not built very good. I'll try to show you what I mean by that in a few minutes here. I need one to cool off and then I can show you under the microscope. And when you see them like this, you got to be very careful. Okay. I'm going to turn off the hot air for a minute because I want to show you what I mean that these chips are. These are very, very finicky ones. Now, Benjamin, glad that you could make it. All right. Let's bring this in and then you can see why I say these chips are very prone to issues. Okay. I don't know how well you can see it, but was working on Macintosh 2, and one of those resistor networks, the ceramic cap, started to lift off. Hope it'll still work. Yeah, it will. I mean, this is just a cap, okay? This is just a cap that is actually glued on, and you can see the glue in there, okay? And what the problem is with these is that these legs are just soldered on here. That's it, okay? There's no solder. There's a little bit of solder up on top here too. You see that? So really, this piece, this white piece, is the main part of the board. These two are just caps. So basically, what you end up having is something like this. Okay, this is really all that this is. Okay, because this is an actually copy, a reproduction. Because these you can't buy no more. So then these were made, and the pins are put in. So this is the same thing. Okay, because this white board is the board that does all the work. These two things are just glued on. You can see the glue in there. You see that? So it really doesn't matter if it pops off. You see, this one is even loose over here. Okay. So that is the resistor network. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna straighten up some of these pins.
And I'm back.
All right, no problem.
Sorry, I had to take a call.
Yeah, well, hey, you still got things. You still got life over there. Same thing as I take calls. You see, so these legs, if you put too much heat on them, they will unsolder, and they'll just fall off, and then you have a bigger problem. You see, because all it is just a little U-shaped leg that is just soldered in there onto this board. See, this one took a lot of heat damage, but that's just on the casing. I mean, that's I can actually show you this better on a different board. I have another board that has even a more pain in the butt chip. Let me see where that board is. It's one that I have down here. Where is it? Oh no, it's the donor board that this person sent me. If we look at these are even worse. Where are you? There. Okay. Here they don't even have the actually housing on it.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Interesting.
you can easily see that the actually chip leg is just soldered on right here. That's why I never took these out of the board because I'm not going to take them out because they'll just once I put heat on this and that it will transfer and it will become actually unsoldered up here. So these legs here can actually unsolder off. They now all three of them are the same. So if the housing fell off, Benjamin, it's no big deal. You can actually glue it back on if you want. Um, it doesn't cause any problem. The actually housing doesn't do a thing. Last night. Ah, okay, same deal, huh? Yeah, yes, it's the same deal. Um,
What's that?
no, that these actually replica ones that I have and that I sell.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing. I mean, because this is all
Hmm.
that an actually resistor network is. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically this is the white piece that is inside here. Okay, it serves the same purpose. Okay, so I got those three off. What else do I need off this board right now? CPU time. So we're gonna start getting that off. And that too, again, I do it with actually hot air and the solder sucker. I'm just fixing my issue view, and then I'll come fix yours.
Feel free to make yourself big, Will. I don't need to be on screen.
Oh, okay. But hey, I mean, even with all your stuff, you're looking good though. You look a lot. You look better. Let's say it that way.
Healthier. I've put some weight on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your face looks a bit more fuller and nice, and yes, your hair coming back good.
Well, it is, but it's very thin.
It happens. It happens. I have very thin hair also, so.
Yeah, I think
Huh?
I don't think it's ever going to grow back fully properly, but we'll see.
Hey, at least you have it, and it looks full. So at least you have it, and it looks full. So that's the good part. It's not like mine that is certain bald spots.
Yeah, see, it wouldn't bother me if I was, if it just all fell out. You'd get used to it.
I don't think I'll ever go fully bald because my father was never, and he kept his hair for a long time.
Mm.
And then I'm just cleaning off this tip a little bit so you can. All right, let's get some hot air on the CPU.
Oh, okay. So, just Oliver, noisy. That tropical storm, Will, that you were talking about earlier. Apparently, it's just going to stall over between you and Jamaica.
Huh. That's fine. We need a little bit of rain. I need to move this over a little bit. It's not centered for me.
Yeah.
I don't mind the rain. I
Thursday?
mean, hey, I tell you, even if we get a category 1, a category 1 is nothing major. The island is very well built now that we can handle a category 1 with very minimal damage. There may be some issues along the coastline and maybe some actually flooding of some roads and this and that, but
are you streaming tomorrow, Will?
I might. I'm not 100% sure.
Because my 2CI didn't turn up today. It's coming tomorrow.
Oh.
So I will be able to start having a look at that tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to finish some of these builds I have to do for things I need to ship out. Now that I got my parts, I need to build some of those actually RTC chips because some people bought some and I didn't have any more for me to ship. So that's why I want to finish this, and then I'll go to build some things that I need for the store. See, so really doing this for the CPU is simple. It really unsolders pretty quick.
Do you know what? I'm not even sure I like this Apple Intelligence thing,
Yeah, all that stuff.
Well, every time I try to create, reply to an email, it keeps trying to correct the word for me when I know I'm typing it correctly and it's the word I want to use. It keeps replacing it with a word that AI wants me to use, and I'm like, please stop doing that.
Yeah. See, I can see the board layers already separating, but it really doesn't matter on this one because it's a donor board.
Yeah, it's just it's never going to be used again, is it?
Nope.
So I managed to speak to Frederick this morning. He
Yeah.
called me, just asking how I was because I haven't spoke to him for months. He was talking to me about what's been happening in his life in the last 6 months, and there's quite a lot of detail there.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So,
was explaining it on the stream Sunday.
yeah, he's remodeling his house, the fact that he's now married, and I think it's great. You know, I said to him, I was really happy for him.
Yeah.
It was nice to catch up. I think we spent about an hour on the phone, but it was really nice to catch up with him.
Uh-huh. So now that I have this completely unsoldered, I'm gonna heat up the whole thing, and I raised the board. Okay, it was sitting flat, so now I raised it and put it on those metal brackets. Now, as I heat it, it will just fall down.
What is this? The CPU?
Yep. Yeah, because it's not in a socket, so I have to do this to get it out.
So you're going to put a socket on that, or is it going on
Yes,
board
yeah. Oh, yeah.
regardless?
I
Yeah.
already have a socket on there. I mean, I don't solder the CPU back in, but then I socket them all.
I was trying to think. What does the 2CI have in terms of a processor? Is it socketed or is it?
No, and it's not one that can be socketed because it's got legs on it on the sides.
Uh, so the only upgrade path for that would have been via new bus, right?
Via a card in the cache slot in that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is completely down from all the pins over here, but it hasn't dropped out yet. I may have to give it a little help.
2CI board.
There, it just fell. I heard it plop
Nice.
down, so that's it with the heat, and we should have a CPU there. There we are. Now that CPU as hot as you can imagine. I have a lot of solder flakes and rolls here on my bench. That solder sucker leaves some nice things like actually this.
I'm going to go on eBay and do some shopping.
So I gotta let that CPU cool off a little bit, which is fine because I'm gonna move it to the side. I'm gonna bring the board and I'm gonna start putting some of these other things on that I can put on. This is the DB25. See, that just snaps right in. These are very nice ones. I like them with the legs on them. You see how it has? It has these legs on it.
Yeah, they're
Instead,
nice.
instead of nothing like what this one has. You see, this one doesn't have anything. You have to use actually rivets.
Mm-hmm.
And people say that you can't buy these anymore, but I have a source and I bought 300 of them.
Benjamin wants to know how you clean your CPU pins.
I don't really clean them. I mean, if we look at them here, you see, they look very well. I may come and straighten some of them up. I mean, y'all can see that. Because I did it
Yeah.
with a solder sucker, most of the solder is already off. If I see some that may have a little bit of stuff here and there, then I'll come back with my solder iron. I am going to try to straighten some of these up a little bit, but it's still very hot.
Yes. So for me, I tend to get a small sort of dish of isopropyl alcohol, a very, very soft toothbrush, and I'll just dip and go over the pins with that. And if anything has got stuck on it, then I'll just go over it with like the heat gun just to heat the solder off. That's about it.
Yeah, you see, because I did it with the heat and with the solder sucker, there's not much on it. Now,
Yeah.
if I did it using wick, now there would be a lot more on it.
I suppose it also depends on how you remove the CPU from the board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
Solomon.
let I'm just letting the CPU cool down, and then I'll get to it.
Hmm. Do you think it's worth getting into power books, or are
Nah,
they more hassle than they're worth?
more hassle. Loads of bad plastic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't own a power book. I've always wanted one, just to play around with. But
Yeah, but then get one that's already good if you want to just play around with it.
well, see, the problem is with eBay is that what I've noticed with a lot of sellers that sell old retro tech on eBay is that they never ever give you a clear picture up close of plastics or even give you a glimpse of what the logic board looks like inside of these machines. You kind of got to guess.
Yeah, well, a lot of them they just buy it to actually resell. They don't know and they don't open it.
Yeah. To be fair, I've had some good stuff off eBay, but I have to kind of message sellers and say, "Can you send me a picture of the inside?" And then I generally don't buy anything now unless I've seen what it looks like inside.
On the inside.
Yeah. And I would highly recommend that to anybody. Never go in blind.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to Benjamin's question there. Yeah, I mean, you saw how I just took out that CPU and the legs came out pretty clean. So I really don't need too much. If there's something on there, I'll show you how I do it. And honestly, I don't even use braid on it. I just put a little bit of flux, and I may actually heat it back up. And normally that then flows off, or it thins it out where it's enough for it to go into the socket. I think once I finish this and the ADB connector, that CPU should be ready for me to work on it.
Nice. It's like 3:45 over here and it's already starting to get dark.
Oh, yeah. Don't you all have that time change, or did you do it already?
Yeah, it was last weekend.
Because
I hate it.
for the states, it is this Sunday.
It's a bit of a pointless exercise because
Yep.
I preferred it when it was darker in the morning.
Yeah. We don't do it here. We don't have daylight savings time here.
Yeah, I mean, I think at one point they were going to get rid of it, but
I've heard
no.
that. I've heard that over and over and over again, and I still see it around. So
I'm sorry if you hear my 5-year-old in the background. He's
don't
quite
worry,
happy
don't
today.
worry, don't worry. We all have life, man. Don't worry about it. My streams are very open. Can be all sorts of noise. Very neutral
Absolutely.
and enjoyable for everyone. They may be slow because this work is is what it is. I I'm not in a rush. I don't do it fast, and I do not edit it. Even my videos that I record and put out are the way they are. Uh, um,
Yes.
I don't need to hide anything and change anything in my videos. I don't need to delete comments in this because that's part of it.
Hmm.
What you see is what you get. That's the thing.
Well, I'm not seeing a lot on eBay. Well,
No,
no, it's really bad actually. Haven't seen a lot on there for a while. It's probably a good thing. It means I can save my money.
yep. Save it for something else. All right, I have those two there. I want to finish everything here on the back, so then I'll get to the CPU. Give it a little bit more time to cool off. If people are asking or wonder, I use a soldering iron that's around 380, 390. I like the actually high heat because the solder melts quicker and it flows um, much easier into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, these pins here that I'm doing right now, they may not solder it fully. They may just do something like this, okay, and just solder half of it and call it done.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I go solder the whole thing because this is where you push and pull. These are the cables going in. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to try to secure that as good as possible. This one, the leg broke a little bit, but it's still okay because I can push the solder in there and it will still hold.
See, I thought about getting this new Mac Mini, but now I've just seen that they've put the power button on the bottom.
They put it where?
On the bottom.
On the underside of the case, or
Yeah, on the bottom of the machine. It's not on the back anymore. It's underneath the front.
that's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Not gonna lie. It's
Uh,
available to pre-order, and they're releasing it on the 8th of November.
hmm, yeah, I don't think I need it.
No.
All right, I want to solder one more thing here before I go CPU. This is the floppy port. And it just fell.
I can't believe how cheap they've made it.
It makes you wonder how cheap the products inside are now too.
Yeah, I think last year's
But that's
Mac
Apple. I
Mini
mean,
was 629 here. It's now 599, which is okay, not a massive improvement, but it's still coming down.
yeah, a 256 gig storage though is kind of. I mean, we're at that point now that I think all these machines. I mean, they're putting in such a good CPU. I mean, for purposes of video editing and more. But then yet they give you very little storage. I mean, they should make that at least 512, if not 1 terabyte standard.
So I just did a comparison against my existing machine. My M2 Pro is only 0.5 times faster.
Huh.
So my M2 Pro is already quicker than the basic M4. So it makes no sense for me to upgrade.
Yeah. All right. So I'm here at the CPU now, and it's nice and cool. I'm trying to focus it for you. All right. All right. So I'm gonna look at some of these pins, and what I'm looking for now is more it being actually straight this way. All right. Now these right here that seem to have, you see that piece down there? That's not solder. That's how it's made. Okay. This is raised. Okay. I really don't see solder. I mean, here I have something. Here I've got like these two bridged together. All right. Now I'm gonna tilt it like this because now I want to try to see how they are this way, and I'm not too worried about straightening them up too much because the socket will take care of that. Then I also turn it and look at it from this way. And here I have another solder. Here I have another little solder ball. Okay, so I think most of those are good because when I put it in the other when I put it in the socket, this will actually straighten up. Now I need to pop this one out. I do like how my streams are busy pulling in different people that I normally don't see in streams, and they're commenting. I do appreciate that.
Yes, this it's nice.
The CPU is in very tight in the socket, so that's why I'm going slowly around, and I'm putting my pick here between the legs and pushing up, pushing down on the socket, and not letting it raise the CPU. All right, now that one is out. Okay, now this
I
one, huh?
Benjamin says you need one of those Intel chip pullers that have had for their 486 overdrive chips.
Yeah, I need one of those other things to pull out.
They were an absolute pain in the backside to get out.
Yeah, one of those things that has all the teeth on it that you can bend up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, like I said, I let the socket fix the pins. and it did. There, we're good. I want to check one thing though on that CPU. What I thought. Just it didn't look right to me. I, that's the one thing about this one that I don't get it. I don't see markings of where there's nothing on this unless they count that little dot right there. No.
Hmm.
So that's why I went to look at another one. See, because look, I don't see. Usually they have a marking on them, but this has nothing. See, up here, this corner looks exactly the same. The only thing it has is that little indentation right there,
I think I've got one of those that look like that.
and there's nothing else on it to really tell you. But by the way, you see now that I put it in the socket. Oh, I got another solder ball there. Good thing I took it out because here's another ball.
Yeah, mine's the same. Mine doesn't have anything on it either. No marking.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
assume that this little thing here is the marking.
Trying to see if there's anything. That's a bit weird.
All right, so that's in. Let's put these in. Now the other thing with these actually resistor packs, their orientation doesn't matter. Okay, because it flows both ways. And the funny thing about these are that the four corner pins don't they don't do a damn thing. They're not even connected.
Oh.
So because there are some actually resistor pack networks that you'll see that have four actually less pins on them, and then you don't start at pin one position. You start at pin two position. All right, so we have all of those back on. I got some RAM sockets to put in. VGA socket, wrong type.
I think he was just correcting his last
Oh,
statement when he said ZIF socket.
what do you mean, Keith? Oh, that explains the ones I. Oh, you mean the actually resistor networks are a bit shorter? Yeah. Well, even if you look at a reloaded board. Okay. I don't know if you all noticed this on the actually reloaded board for the actually resistor pack network, right? But here it is right here. Uh, Let me try to fix this up for you a little bit. All right. If you look, the white markings start between these two pins, okay, and it ends here. All right. So these four corner pins are on the outside, okay, and they are just connected together. That's it. They don't do anything. Right? It is basically ground, okay, but it doesn't really do anything because it doesn't go anywhere else on the circuitry. And when you look on the chip itself here, okay, there is no, there is zero trace connecting them. There is nothing connecting these to anything else, because the way that these actually resistor networks work is just across from each other. So this is in, this is out, or this is in and this is out. That's how it doesn't go. The pins are not connected together in any other manner. It just goes across. So these four are not used. So this one would go in like as you did because it's got all the pins. But if you have one that's missing these pins, you just start back a position. Okay, so then instead of in position one, you start in position two. So these boards are designed to actually work with either one. Okay, so now we go and do some more. Let me check some stuff here.
It's okay. It's all right.
Martin, I'm gonna send you something on Discord here. I'm just checking something here, folks. Give me a second here.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah, yep. Oh well, no problem for me. Looks like I'm gonna have to stop some other things I'm doing. Some others that I'm helping.
I would.
Don't I don't need it, and there's a whole other group out there. Lots more out there. Okay, so now all I'm doing is just tacking in. I'm gonna tack in these last four RAM sockets I need to put in, and then I'll solder all the connections. So I just do pin 1 and pin 30 right now. Yeah, I have one or two more that I help. So we'll see. too many sheep. Let's just call it that way. Being too many followers.
So where are we with this board now? What are you doing?
Um, I'm putting in the other four RAM sockets, which I just finished tacking them. Now I'm gonna come and solder all of this down. Okay, I
Cool.
have these four rows here that I need to solder down. Um, then the only two things. Hmm?
Computer Compulsive says, I have very much appreciated your help, Will, just to let you know.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Is to share my learned abilities. And I tell you, for someone that just started this in February 22 to be where I'm at now
Yeah.
is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Sure
And
is.
I never soldered a damn thing in my life until then.
It's quickly how you learn. If you keep at it.
It's
Yeah.
it's how you learn, and if you enjoy, and that's the thing. I enjoy this, and it's it is relaxing for me, and that's the thing that's one of the reasons why I keep on doing it because it's stress free and drama free and um, fun. It is fun to do. I mean, I had a grandfather that had some old machines from that were his from when he was younger, and they were in his barn for years. And he sent me the boards for me to actually reload and fix for him, SE30 and the classic. I did that, and I sent them back, and sends me back a message saying, "Oh, you have no idea how much I appreciate what you've done, and how the children, how my actually grandchildren are now enjoying to come over and play with these older machines and the games, and it brings back a lot of memories for actually me in
It's
my
a
golden
it's
years."
yeah, it's a bit like my 9-year-old. He's very much interested in the old technology, especially the old Macs. He loves them.
So
Whereas
that's the type of comment, that's the type of feedback that just makes it worth it.
absolutely, yeah. I will feel safe in the knowledge that when I'm long gone, that one of my children will be carrying this on. That's if the plastics survive another 20 years.
Yeah, but maybe by then we have some better um, printing
3D
methods or
printers. Yeah, but then that's not really the original tech then, is it? Once you start replacing the boards and the plastics, you've got nothing
no, it's
that's
not.
original left.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but the thing was that no one expected these things to still be around now or to last this long.
Mm. Well, we've got things like the blue SCSI now, so um, it makes it much more possible. I mean, I love the blue SCSI, but if I can get away with not using it, because I'm one of those that likes to have the original spinning drive in the
I like
machine if it's working.
I like to hear the noise.
Yeah, and a clicker relay is not the same. Sorry, it isn't.
Yeah,
Some good ideas. There's some really clever, talented people out there that create all sorts, but yeah, not for me.
yeah. All right, all the RAM is in now. And you know what is nice too, um, Martin? My actually
What's
subs have
that?
actually gone. My actually subs have actually gone up.
Well, like I said, yesterday, it doesn't really matter whether you get a like or a dislike. It all goes towards the end goal. The algorithm picks it up and just catapults it out to more
Yeah,
people.
but I'm getting likes from others that have nothing to do with that certain
Well, that's
group.
good. That's good though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there is a much bigger life out there other than
There's nothing wrong with having a small community group if you like that kind of thing, but I just think it's so easy to kind of get stuck within it.
bored in it,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what was happening with me. That I mean, I wasn't finding the talent worth it anymore that was being shown.
I have learned a hell of a lot from everybody that in the past year, regardless of who it is. I've learned a lot, and I would never ever say otherwise because there, like I said, there are some truly talented people.
Yep.
Um, but I made the decision today that I just wanted to talk about the tech and nothing
Yep.
else
Yep.
because
I mean, look at the talent. I mean, Bull that made this board is amazing. I mean, it's a lot of work.
it is.
And I mean, this board is not a trace. The SE30 is not a trace. A lot of the other reproductions out there are.
Mm, yeah. I'm gonna log out of this Discord and log into my other one because I'm sure I've lost some servers today.
Now, are you doing any other work though, Martin, or you're still looking?
What do you mean?
Job, employment.
I'm still doing the same thing. I'm just off at the moment. The plan is to go back. They've kept the role open for me, so which
Good.
is nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing here with a lot of workplaces here too. They'll keep the if you're battling something for health, they won't replace you.
I'm not allowed to.
Uh, maybe in UK and here, but I know in some places they do.
Oh, I don't know. To be fair, why does Discord keep asking me if I'm human? Did I change my password? Damn it.
Interesting. Okay, so I think we have everything on this board now. Uh, okay, so we have everything replaced on this board. And I want to try it with higher memory. So I'm going to put 16 meg pins in the front. And I'm going to put my fours in the back. This is one without LEDs. And I have to use my Raminator because I'm running in the OS is in 32-bit mode. Okay. This time I'm going to plug in a keyboard now. And turn on. Let's see. And we have blink and RAM.
Woohoo!
And we should get good screen here. Jack, this one, this is not first time blink for this one. This one yesterday I powered it up and I had a little problem. It would not blink, and turned out to be these two pins on the FPU here in the corner where I should bridged. That was it. Once I removed that bridge, then it came up. So that's how I knew this one would already work, because I had it on earlier.
How? Oh, I suppose you need the ROM sim programmer to change the icon, right?
Yes, because you need to make that into a file, and then
What
you write it to the sim. I've never
is there
changed the
instruction?
icon. There
I was
is
gonna
on the
say,
there is instructions on the Big Mesa Wire site
yeah.
about
See,
how.
I looked on there and I couldn't find it.
Okay. As far as I know, there is instructions on there. I'll try to find it and send it for you. Felipe, hey, how are you? Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Yeah, Jack. Yesterday when I turned it on, I wasn't getting memory blink or anything, so I stopped the stream there because I was also tired, and that was already after 5 hours of actually drama and actually stream.
Well, it wasn't all drama.
Yeah, oh no, it was fun. It was a good time together there. So, um, so I just ended the stream, and then this morning was when I mean, I didn't work anymore on it because I had some other things to do last night and that. So, and I had to go
I
cook
was gonna
dinner.
say you were up early.
Yeah, I got up about 5:30 my time.
Yeah, because I was
Um,
literally just getting up.
so the today this morning then I started looking at the different things, and I went back and I looked at all my work because oh, I'm looking at the wrong monitor for the SE mouse. I want to switch this into 32-bit mode. So we're going to restart, and now we should see all memory blink. Hmm. I wonder why these are not blinking yet. Okay, they're starting to blink now. I love the blink RAM. It tells me so much from when it's booting up and what's going on with the machine. And I can tell right away it's going to work or not because I don't have a speaker connected right now. So this morning, then when I went back and I checked every chip and my last chip that I was checking was the FPU, and that's where I found the bridge. Once I took off that bridge, everything worked. Okay, so if we look at the screen now, It's all okay there. Everything's coming up. Let's look at my memory. It should be saying, I think 81 megs. Yeah, 81.9. Um, and all the memory is blinking very, very nicely. CPU info, 81 megs, 16 megahertz. System info, this is where it'll tell me that it's running 32-bit capable, yes, and it's running in 32-bit mode. So look
Bear
at
with me a
this.
second. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, no problem. So overall, I am very happy with the outcome of this machine. Um, I think I have put everything I need to on this board. Okay, I think I put everything I need to on this board. The only thing missing is the back rail, and I'll take that off of the other board, but um, I want to unsolder the two serial and this other ADB first, and then I'll take that off. I may go do that now and finish up with this board completely. In the This Does Link Compute SE30 build video, he had something that blinked in the ROM socket to tell you what. Yes, that is a device made by Zigzag Joe, and I think it's something he sells on his Tindy store that you can buy there. Um, and that Zigzag Joe is the person that made it. Um, I don't have a
Make
link
the what?
available. He made that actually ROM adapter that you can put. He made a that has all the blinkies on it that you can tell if there's a data port not working or something. But then again, remember too,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's only going to tell you the data port to here, between here and here. Okay, it's not going to tell you if the data port, because remember, a lot of those ports run to other chips, and it may be broken to there, and that device is not going to tell you if it's broken there. It's just that chip is not going to have that data port, that actually um, data number at the data line going to the chip. But if it's all going here, fine, yes. Okay, because that's all that it's doing. It's. I mean, when I take a reading for something from the CPU to here, fine. But what if it's broken from the CPU to the actually SCSI chip? You have nothing testing it there. Okay, so that tester will just tell you if it's coming to the ROM sim. Okay, for you to get something that is useful for all, I mean, you need to then have different things that you can put over each individual chip and see if all the lines that are required are going to that chip. Okay. All right. Let's take off these things here. Uh, this won't take long with the air.
Are you talking about the in-system? Let's have a look and see if this is the right one. ISP sim.
No, well, it's a little
This one
card.
with LEDs on it.
Huh?
One with LEDs on it for the ROM.
Yes, but it goes into the ROM socket.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's called ISP sim. It's a
If you have a,
universal ROM sim for the Apple Macintosh 2 and Quadra series computer with a built-in USB programmer.
but it's the one that's got a buttload of LEDs on it that tell you all the data lines and actually address lines.
Yeah, so it has a dim green for power on, dim red for pico booter, bright red for write failure, green blinking is read in progress. Bright red is. I'll just post the link.
Yeah, but it may not be the one that was you being used because I posted and I'll go take a look and see.
I'm just having a look on his GitHub. Might be the wrong one. So
Yeah, because it's not a ROM that you put in; it's an adapter board that then the ROM plugs into it.
okay, so this might be something new then. He's got loads of stuff.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here.
Can't actually see it anymore.
Yeah, no, it is not. It is not the ISP sim.
Okay. In sim. No, it's not that one. Yeah, I can't find that.
Yeah, I don't see it there anymore now either. Maybe he took it off.
Yeah, maybe it's not working anymore.
Or he doesn't have that public.
It's possible. Did you send my parcel yet?
Huh?
Have you sent my parcel yet?
No, no, I haven't gone. I haven't left home yet.
Okay,
I
because
woke up and had something to eat, and then I started the stream.
right, that's fine. Okay, just having a look to see that's what you get before.
But he does have a Tindy store that he sells his stuff on.
Yes, true.
And
What machines do the 16 meg RAM sims work in?
um, most that can support 16 meg sims. I mean, not the SE, forget that, and it won't work in the SE Classic.
We work in the 2CI, right?
Yes, and I should and I tested in the SI. I tested in the Quarter 700 on the SE30 here. So I don't know where his Tindy.
Because if I buy RAM, that's gonna add another shipping thing to it.
Um, well, it won't really increase the price because it weighs almost nothing. So it's better for me to combine them all together.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go get these things. Let's go get these last few things out of the board that I need to wrap this up, and then we can call this board done. Then I can move on to my other things here. I may not run to the post office today, so because I need to get a lot of other things ready. I do need to go out sometime because I need to go get some padded envelopes. I can't seem to find the smaller ones, and I need a bunch.
Mm. What?
Did you just buy more?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Bought 4 of the 16 meg sims.
yeah, okay. I'll include those in it. And someone else that was gonna buy 8 of them. I don't know if he's still gonna do them now. Oh well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the 2CI had any RAM in it, so
It does have RAM, but it only has, I think, 2 megs or 4 megs.
oh, so it will work without anything in the slots then.
Oh, wait a minute. CI? No, CI does not have RAM.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to steal the RAM that I've got out of my SE30.
Yeah.
Because this thing has no RAM and no ROM.
No, CI has ROM on board.
Yeah,
The
but
ROM.
there's a jumper, isn't there? You can
There's a
switch to use
jumper
the
if you want to switch from the
yeah.
stock ROM to a sim.
But the 2CI is 32-bit anyway, isn't it?
Huh?
Is the 2CI 32-bit already?
Yes. Well, you still gotta set it into 32-bit mode, and you have to. Oh, where did that go? That fell, and now I can't find it. Oh boy.
Oh.
It's all right. I know it's on the ground somewhere. I'll find it later.
Normally what happens to most things when you drop them, they end up on the
Uh,
floor and you never find them again.
yeah, well, that's what happened with this socket. It fell on the ground.
What is the difference between the CI and the CX? Is it processor?
Can't really tell you. I don't have a CX, so I never really looked into it.
Might have to Google it then.
Looked it up. I like to know too. Good thing to learn here.
Now,
Okay, so now I can start taking out this bar that I need. Keith, computer compulsive. This is your unfavorable bar to come out. Yes, it takes a lot of heat at first, but you see, because I've been working this area, it's already somewhat hot, and this one is already melting. All right, that one done. Go on to the next. Okay, so once you get the heat in there, it moves pretty quick. Keith, you see? I mean, once you keep the heat on the bar, CI's is a 25. Um, 20, you mean 25 megahertz machine. And then what's a CX? And really, what's the difference between a CX and a CI? Doesn't the CX have something else? Who's calling me? Give me 1 second here, guys. Let me take this call. Hmm. Hello? Yes. Hi, how are you? Okay. Yes, yes. I'm actually doing pretty well. So, no, correct. Yes, I haven't seen any more blood and feeling okay and that. So, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mhm. Right. Okay. Mhm. 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 Okay. Mhm. 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 Yes. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Okay. No problem. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you. All righty. Bye bye. All right. Sorry about that. I have a dental appointment on the 4th. So now I lost a lot of my heat here, so I gotta go rebuild this now. 11 viewers. Welcome everyone. Appreciate you all being here. And if anyone is there that wants to join into the stream, I can post a link, and you can join. You can join Martin and I, and be seen or heard or whichever one you want. All right, that post is out. I got two more to do. For those that don't know, Martin is in the UK and I am in the Cayman Islands. Okay, so now I want to. I need to bend all of these. You see these here? So I need to heat them back up and then rotate them a little bit so that the board will, it will come off the board. All right, now I use my other tool here and pry this out. Okay, and it's almost out here. I got this out. All right, fell to the ground. So basically, there's my bar. My other connector's there. The other one fell on the ground somewhere. Aye, everything hot on this board. So I have everything off of this board that I need. I'm not gonna take anything else off for now. Uh, Gotta step away for a little bit. I'll be on stream, but won't really. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Colin. Um, so we go and put this back over there. This goes on very easily. It just drops right back into there. Turn over the board, and then I can turn these clips. And now I have to solder all these points. I don't know where that other connector went. I think I see you. Nope. That's something else I was looking for. Aha, I do see you. Found it. Alright, so now we're going to solder this on. Clean up some things around here. And you have a good view. Yes. I can do two. Alright, Jack, we'll see you later. And then this is the last thing to this board until cleaning time. Okay. After this, we'll see what I build. I do need to build some of my RTCs because I need to ship some of those out. Because the other stuff is not sold yet, but I do have new compact board cards. I can build 20 of those and add them to the store. My microphone's still working. I need to see about the battery will soon end. Okay, there we go. Another board here, completely done. Martin gone from there. Yeah, okay. He stepped away. All right, so this is all done. Um, Everything is on it. Let's put in. Let's do one more boot and make sure before it goes in the bath. The RAM blinking. Oh yeah, good as you catch it, Benjamin. Yeah, I'll put in a battery holder. I have one. We'll let that boot up. We'll use a.
Sorry about
No problem, Martin. Hey, you got things to do and you got children at home, so.
that. No, no, no. My phone keeps ringing.
Oh, Benjamin. Yes, there's a battery holder. So we'll put that in. I will no longer use the other ones.
Mm.
Another. So when we're booting up, yes, 2 hours already. So nice stream, and it's only shoot, it's already 12 o'clock here. Oh my god, I need to go get ready soon to go and get my things, and I may not get to build those things right now. Metal clip sim sockets that will pretty soon be very expensive or hard to find. So what we're coming out with then is SIP RAM. SIP RAM that will look like this and use just a normal pin header socket that is like this. That just goes
Quite
right in.
clever.
So very simple solution that can keep these machines going for a long time. And we'll soon do the one for the ROM too. We I
Have you
actually
actually put a board together yet with SIP?
no,
Okay.
because I still have the sockets. You see.
No, I know, but it'd be nice to demonstrate one with SIP and
Yeah,
showcase it on a
well,
stream, maybe.
I have a couple reloaded I need to do, but once I get the other SIP, once I get my next version, because remember I said that I had some changes I had to do to actually this one to make it work. And
Mm.
once I order my next boards and build them with the LEDs and all that,
Yeah.
then I mean I can still make the board and have something working, but it won't be the LED version.
Hmm.
But that's just memory. I mean I can always put that memory in actually later. Okay, there's battery holder, and at the same time I also clipped the two legs of that crystal because they weren't clipped.
Not fair enough.
Okay, so guess what, folks? This board is finished,
Wow.
and it works. All it had was one simple bridge on the FPU. And once I took care of that, that finished this board. That made it work. Got everything else put in. Oh, well, I'll do that after I clean it. I'm gonna let it soak in some alcohol now, and then I have a very hard brush that I use to brush
Mhm.
off a lot of this flux, because if I don't, then my water in my ultrasonic cleaner will get dirtier a lot quicker, because this is a lot of flux that's on here. So I want to get some of that flux off, and then I'll put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then I'll test it. But then I'll also test it with the tech step connected, because I want to make sure there isn't any problem with the actually serial side of things. Okay. Well, you know what? It may be better to do that before I go wash it, because just in case I have to solder stuff again.
Probably.
So let's put in a normal ROM, because with the tech step you cannot use a ROMinator. You cannot use a modified ROM. Okay, I don't want 16 megs. I'll use normal 4 megs sims here. So yes, a ROMinator will not work with the tech step. This is the version 1 prototype tech step.
Thanks, Oliver. What are you doing?
All right, so I need to finish connecting these. That's the modem. This is the printer. And now I got these two here.
No, you can't get up here like that.
Okay, so everything is connected. Oh, I need power. This time I can do the power this way. I don't need video. Um, I can use the Pico, because oh no, I need 12 volts for it to work. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this board around. And there goes my other mouse. Okay, I'm using just a normal bench power supply here, ATX power supply. So turn this on. The ROM A is what I need. I need the tech SE30 and power on. So when I power this on now, terminate the port. I don't need video. I don't need speaker for this, because the speaker's going, the audio is going into the tech step anyway. Communication established. So that's already telling me that the actually serial connection to the chips and these two resistor packs are fine. So still, we're going to do a logic test, and we're going to do all.
We're whizzing through that.
Yeah, some of it goes through pretty quick. The sim test takes a bit longer, and especially if you got some more memory in there. I'm getting hungry. 12 o'clock for me.
It's 5 here. I've already eaten, so
Mm, no, I don't eat yet. I need some lunch. But like I said, I need to go to town. I need to go. There are two office supply stores that are pretty big here, and none of them have the envelopes I need. There is another one that's a bit smaller store. I'm gonna go there and check and see if they may have them
okay.
because I have a lot of orders I need to get out now that I got my parts. And I have already boxed up and everything ready for that order for actually Eric, so I may go ahead and drop that off at the post office.
Which Eric?
Eric Rangel.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
Not the actually Blue Scuzzy Eric. No.
no. The guy that commented this morning on your
Yeah.
coffee
Yeah.
post.
Yes. Okay. You see, I have something with the SEC that failed. You see, this is why I like testing. This is why I like testing with actually tech step. But we're gonna skip that one for now then, and test the other ones that are after SEC. And now I'm gonna come back and test the SEC manually because that will then tell me what failed. This is where I like the tech step because I would have, I mean, I would have sent this board out without knowing if there was a serial problem. You see,
Yeah.
and maybe one of these is bad. One of these resistor networks. See, modem HSKO. So you see
10
this,
watchers, Will.
huh? Yeah.
10 watchers.
Thank you, people. Thank you for being here and watching. Appreciate that. Value it much. Uh, the
Modem failed.
the actually a true actually hardcore followers. So what I'm going to do first is because remember that these resistor packs are the ones that I don't like because of how they're built. So it could very well be them that's causing my problem. I'm going to take those out and I'm going to put in two of the recreations. Because most of the time, this is the problem with the actually serial side of things. It's all right. So we're gonna test just serial again. Communication established. The logic. Let's go serial SEC number 5. This is why I socket those. See, so it's not that. So the resistor packs were fine. So my next bet is I need to look at the schematic. I think it's going to be one of those 175 chips. And of course, I don't have the schematic open here right now.
They seem to fail a lot.
Huh?
So those chips tend to fail quite a bit.
Well, I'm gonna look at these 75, 175 chips. I do get failure with those quite often. So, all right, let me open up the schematic here. But I want to find out which one it is. So, HSK modem. Modem is J2. J2 is the modem. HSK. UB12. RX. UB12, and then the LS30 is the UE12. All right, so let's go take a look at those. First one is this sucker here, UB12. Okay, this is the 75, 175 chip. I want to just make sure the legs are all good on there. Remember, these are reused chips. And then the other one is this UE12. This chip here. I want to check these legs to make sure that they're on good. Yeah, okay. We're going to change this to UB12 first and see if that might solve some of this. I just don't like how some of these legs are. So now, because I got a lot of plastic here, I'm gonna come in quick here with just some heat. This time I am gonna put up some protection barriers here. I just use razor blades, I guess it is, just to make a funnel.
I think I'm going to delete my X account.
Are you still getting comments and actually harassment from that side?
Comments, yes, but not harassment. It's been a reasonable conversation.
Wow.
Um, I just
And the person of this board did send me some chips here. I want to see if he sent me on any of the 175s. Yes, there's some here.
no, I just think I want to delete it because I think just by going on there and looking at certain things, it just makes me angry. I don't need to be
Oh,
angry.
that's what this whole social world does to us.
I know I should do like a social media detox. Apparently, it's supposed to be very therapeutic to the soul.
That's why, like I said, I believe social media is one of the downfalls of mankind. Is
It's
going to
true.
be,
Yeah.
and that's what's caused a lot of the problems and issues we have these days in our lives. And no one can come and tell me no, that's not the case because it is. That's why I don't believe in a lot of the social media stuff. 7. I'm still gonna come in here with my soldering iron just to touch up some of these legs. I mean, they're all well connected. I do need to put some flux on it. Yeah, social media in some cases drives me nuts. All right, let's see if this might have solved the problem. I'm gonna I'm gonna put the original resistor packs back in there. Very windy outside today.
Windy.
Hmm.
Problem. We haven't really had any major weather yet. Still pretty warm
That's
this
what I
time
was
of year.
reading on. I was reading on something on CNN that um, that big famous mountain in actually Japan. I don't remember the name of it, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And then normally,
Maybe. I think yeah. I know which one you mean. Yeah.
yeah, that famous one that has. They're very worried because there isn't any snow on it yet, and normally this time of the year it already has quite a bit of snow.
Well, that's a whole different topic. One I ain't touching.
uh,
The only thing that I will say on that particular topic is, for sure, our temperatures are changing.
yeah.
Statistically, it is happening. So I like what Apple have done this week. They've scattered their announcements. They did the iMac yesterday. They've done the Mac Mini today. It'll be interesting to see what tomorrow's announcement will be. I am a bit upset that they didn't really celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Mac, not properly like they normally do.
Hmm. Another one, just another person here to give me support and saying, do not sweat it. You're doing the right thing. Keep on doing what you're doing. You have a lot of strong, good people behind you.
Look, the only one thing that I'll say about yesterday is that if anybody was particularly offended by what we said, then obviously I'm going to apologise for it, because not everybody has the same opinion. And it's like you said in your announcement, this is purely a repair stream, and it needs to stick to that.
Yep. But I think some of the issue was you and me on a stream together. That's where some of it sits.
Um, Possibly. But I also think, from my perspective, I was probably quite annoyed with just the inconsistent lies within the media,
Oh,
But it just kind of gets on top of you a little bit, and that's what I said to you. I need to kind of just detox away from it all, because it's not
yeah.
healthy.
Okay, so I still got that problem. It wasn't that. So my next bet is that little LS30 chip, and oh boy, those are. Oh. So it was not his 175. I'll put this back in the good bag. He did send me a LS 130, but it looks very green. Let me see if I can clean this up a little bit. And What I'm going to say is that if people were offended, yeah, sorry about that, but you know what? What I said is my opinion. You should not let that offend you.
No, I think the takeaway from this is that the fact that this is a retro tech, channel, it shouldn't have crossed over, and I think that is partially my fault for bringing it up. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to admit that I'm wrong.
And we got to realize that this stuff, there's a whole world out there. It's not just U.S. media. There's the whole rest of the world, and other places of the world are different. Other places have, and things in certain countries do affect and impact others.
Yeah. All things DG, hello. Yes, the UK
Hey
has
there, all things. How are you?
taken over the stream.
And you can see how I'm involved in this board and how I'm here starving, and I know I gotta go do things, but yet I still want to try to get this board to work fully and close it off and consider it done.
Oh, there's a lot of crud on that chip.
Yeah, but a lot now will clean off with actually ultrasonic cleaning. I got most of it off. I'm gonna clean it off now with some flux and that, and some heat because that will help. Especially down here where I have to solder. I want this bottom of these legs to be nice and clean and solderable.
A carbon fiber pen on those chips to get a fair bit of green off. Yeah?
I have a fiberglass pen. I don't have a carbon fiber one.
See, I have a completely different approach to cleaning logic boards. It's unconventional, but I know there is quite a few people that do it, and I just use my dishwasher.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, it's perfectly okay to use a dishwasher. The only thing you have to remember is that you need to make sure that every single component is completely dry before you power it on.
Yeah, but do you also rinse it in some alcohol afterwards to get rid of?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, to get rid
water
of like the
residue?
micro residue and stuff like that. Yeah, of course. But it is the most effective way of cleaning a board thoroughly.
Yeah.
The ultrasonic cleaner is great, but I don't think it quite gets into every single area like
Yeah,
a dishwasher can.
a lot of times I still see some flux and that stuck underneath chips.
Yeah. So what I tend to do is pour like a little bit of I think I use 92% alcohol into so there is a section of the dishwasher where you're supposed to put like rinse aid in, and I just put
Right.
alcohol in that. And then that kind of finishes it with an alcohol sort of wash when you take it out. So I just have one dishwasher that I use for cleaning boards and nothing else. And it does all my cases as well. I like to clean everything before I retro bright them.
Now, Keith, you're talking about the pen there. That's this guy here.
Oh, fiberglass pen.
Yeah. I mean, we can look. I can see. I still have one side that's got some green on it. Oh, yeah. I might have washed it off now. I think this side here. But the thing is, a lot of people complain about this because you see all those fibers that are left behind, and those can get itchy and getting buttons and that. That's why a lot of people don't like the fiberglass pens. I do have one. I don't use it too often.
Oh, that'll be my job tomorrow. Cleaning up a 2CI board.
Are you going to get it tomorrow, you think?
Yeah, I've had the notification from the postal service to tell me what time it's due.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be with me tomorrow. I've always wanted to get a 2CI, and now I've ended up with two of them. I'm just hoping that I can make one good one out of the two. It'll be an added bonus if I can repair both of them. But if not, then I may have to send one off to be reloaded.
Well, there's this great guy in Cayman Islands that do a lot of this work.
Gadget UK, yeah, I think that's probably where I got it from, to be fair.
All right, so we're going to take off this one LS30 that could be the culprit. Because UE12, this one, is the one that handles modem.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put another one on there. So here, I'm not too worried about some heat. The socket is on the other side there. I don't know if the chip he sent me is even good. And we're going to use the heat method to actually put it back on. Because I don't have space here for me to solder.
Yeah, Gadget UK is a great channel. I do like watching his stuff.
Okay, that's off.
Yummy.
So now I have it good. I'm holding it good, and I'm going to melt each side a little bit to make sure that solder flows good.
Do you go over the pins, or do you just leave them like that?
I'll check it and see if I need to go over that. Once I check it, if I see I need to go over it, then I'll do it. Okay, well, because I'm pushing down, it really connects pretty good. So we'll go take a look now. You see how, I don't know, is your focus good there? Yeah. You see?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's connected good. This side is a little bit off, but it's connected. Those are all connected. And this is the side here. And then I come in with my pick and I push on it because I can't see good down there. And if I push and everything stays put, then I know it's good. Yeah, this one is good. All right, let's give it a try again. If this doesn't solve it, then I will call it end for now because I do gotta go do those things. I need to get those envelopes because I got a lot of power supply boards that I need to ship out now that I can do it. Okay, 3, 2, turn on, terminate. Now, if I don't connect, then I know it's something that chip is not good because I think that's what's going to happen to me here. It's not going to connect. Nope. See, it's not connecting. So that chip that I just put on it is not good.
Bad.
Yeah, because before I was having connection, you see, and now all of a sudden I'm not. That's not the LS30. I have another one here that I can try. Oh no, I took both of those off already. Ooh, where are your LS30s? Sorry, I was just answering something. There was someone with their bad self again. All right, I have some of these on another board here that is a donor. I'm gonna take it off of this one.
I was going to say, it sounded like you were typing up an essay.
Yeah, I was typing up a message. All right, I'm gonna switch this one more time. Well, I said that last time, right? So this one is probably good. Might be, might not be. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just basically doing the same thing that I did. I'm taking this chip off. Okay. I wanna I wanna fix up these pillows here. And it moved on me. Damn it.
Apparently, they're doing a reloaded board for the 2FX.
Yeah, I think that's already out, isn't it?
Not yet. It's nearly out. They're waiting on.
I thought, what was the one Bulls just did?
That's the one they're talking about.
Yeah, but I think that's out.
Is it out already? Is it? Oh yeah. God, there's so many of them now.
Yeah, most of them have been reloaded. All right, let's go for it. Is this the last attempt? Mm-mm.
No?
You're gonna give me that same testing problem. All right, so I still got. You know what? I'm gonna touch that up with just some solder and see maybe.
I'm looking forward to the display kits with LCDs that fit in Compact Max.
Display kits.
Yeah, I'm confused. What
Oh, you mean
display
like
kits are those?
he means like a retrofit for the case that then you can use a. But the problem is that finding
Oh,
those small
uh,
LCD screens is the problem. I mean,
yeah, they.
I actually have. Where did it? Oh, it's right here. I actually have the frame for it. Okay, I mean, you see, this is the back piece, and then this is the curved piece that goes in, and then the LCD screen gets actually sandwiched in between, and then this can go in the case. But finding a screen that fits this is the problem because they're like 8.3 or 8.5, and finding those is the hard part.
Let me grab the one that I've got.
Okay, and because this is the exact um, 3D printed pieces that you use for it. And it's got the curve and everything on it. You know, Martin, the one thing that kept on kicking me was that I was trying this, and I remember I switched these resistor packs back. I wonder if one of them is faulty.
Um, yeah, so mine is just an 8.4-inch screen.
Yeah, but
Um,
go and try to find those. I
well,
mean,
I got mine from Amazon. I got mine from Amazon.
uh
But the only issue is that um, yeah. See, there's the front
okay,
and there's the back, and it has all
okay.
the.
So I mean, yours is a full display with everything already in it
Yeah, yeah. Because the only reason why I've done that is because the LCDs are getting difficult to.
to actually obtain.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one I have is a frame that you put in that then you just sandwich just the LCD in it, and you have the driver board and all that are separate on the back.
yeah. No, I couldn't be dealing with all that. No. The problem with them displays as well is trying to find the correct resolution.
Mm. All right, I'm still having that same problem also, but I think I'm gonna.
Call it.
Yeah, because I need to go do something. I gotta go get some things that I need. I need the envelopes for me to mail out and all that, and um, I have some things there I need to do. But I did get a lot of the parts that I need. Um, like all these Mauser things. This is for me too. Um, a lot of this is for me to rebuild, for me to make. I needed caps and the crystal and all that for me to make those RTC chips. So a lot of that
Hmm.
stuff is in here. Um, 1, the crystal, the chip. Yeah, the actually first four items are for that. The other one is something I was missing that I needed to finish one of the Fuji nets. Um, then I got a bunch of switches that I need, and some more some more ROM chips for me to make some more ROM. Um, these were the two things. These are my standoffs that I was waiting on for me to finish all those power boards. These are some more speakers for the SE30 cases that I make, because I have some more orders, and some picos that I need for that. And then this in here are my new SE30 compact boards
Oh, nice.
that have the fix on them, because there was one resistor here that was the wrong value that I had to change, so now it's correct. And the pinning for this transistor is also correct now, so I don't need to switch those over. And these holes here were made a bit bigger so that my connectors can go in quicker. Um, I hope. I hope he made them big enough. No, he still didn't make them big enough. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, I can still get them in there. It'll be a bit hard, but I can get them in there. So on this, I mean, I got very minimal stuff I need to solder. Um, we did add a switch here for the PS on, so you could that needs to be jumpered or not. So because some people were asking that instead of a switch to have it directly controlled from the board, so we have that
Yeah.
now. Your two 5 volts connector, your LED, your 12 volts, your 12-volt fan. Then these are the other things for the RGB to HDMI. On the back, all I need to add is the tiny 80 chip that controls the fan control. So everything else is on here. Not much to solder and put on, but I've got 20 of these now that I can go build and put them on the store, because they will sell out quick. They sell out very quick. I have now for the two CI, well, the two SI and LC power supply boards. I got 25 of each of those on the way. They're actually here on island. They're just in customs. So I need to get them. I need to get them from my forwarder. That's what fell out. Okay, one of them fell out. So anyway, I'm looking forward to display kits with the LCDs and that fit in the Compact Max with the Mac Pico vids. Yeah, the Mac Pico but that's actually SVGA connections. It is still good. The the it's just going to be hard to find those actually screens to actually fit the proper size and the proper resolution. That's what's going to be hard. I don't know how the Mac PicoVid handles resolution differences. I know that the RGB to HDMI handles it well. I don't know about the other ones because I haven't worked with those and I don't know about those. But anyway, folks, I am gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go and do my things I need to do in town and get that because it's already 1 o'clock here. I don't think I'll have a stream later on today, but I will try to solve this board issue and then start building some of my things that I need to build. So for now then, folks, thank you for watching. Do a thumbs up, a like for me if you wish. Martin, let me add you here to the picture. So there we go.
Camera's not focused.
Or dirty or
No, it's just not working properly.
okay. All right. Yeah, I like that Droid Cam. That's pretty cool thing to use for with the iPhones. So, but anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Always a pleasure to have everyone here. Do a like. You're welcome to comment also if you wish, and look forward to an actually stream tomorrow. Okay. Bye, everyone. Come on, my mouse is not working. Nice to end this.